Delhi, the new world capital of pollution.
Citizens of
The
Delhi.
poisonous air we breathe is the fifth leading killer in the country.
अब इम्प्लीमेंटेशन में क्या होगा
The latest
थोड़ा
study
नर्वसनेस
reveals
है
you accept it as a
660
practicality?
दिल्ली हाई कोर्ट ने एक बड़ा सवाल खड़ा कर दिया है कि दिल्ली सरकार ये कह रही है कि एक जनवरी 2015 और
ये समझना जरूरी है कि छोटे मोटे कदम जिसमें जब तक
Stop. Stop, stop, stop. Stop everything you're doing right now. You would have possibly put down your phone, stopped chewing that half eaten sandwich, or stopped discussing the previous documentary with your friends. But would you stop breathing? Can you ever? Voluntarily at least. Try it. Go ahead. For a few seconds maybe, but not for long. An involuntary action that has been so effortless has now turned into something we need to strike off from our everyday to-do lists. After earning the title of the world's most polluted city, the people of Delhi now face a danger that's more fatal than HIV and malaria combined. But this wasn't always the case. Once known for its glorious past, Delhi has now come under the spotlight for its degrading weather conditions.
With the winter setting in, there is air quality deteriorates in terms of pollutants, in terms of particulate matter, and air becomes heavy, so it cannot disperse. And then we are landlocked in Delhi. We are not like Bombay or Mumbai, where you have sea breeze coming in, taking away some pollution. And then rains also goes away by that time. So there is no way we can clean the air.
The content of air pollution is not just PM 2.5 particle which causes asthma. There are many heavy metals also attached to it, and they can really be carcinogenic. They can have an impact on our nervous system.
An agricultural aspect, if we see that in the past few years, most of the crops have failed due to the changing climatic conditions. And what do the farmers do of these crops? They simply burn it. And all around the NCR region, there are these farms, and mostly in Haryana as well as in UP, there are these farms. So Delhi is not only being polluted by Delhi itself, but also by these surrounding states.
Delhi is problematic because of its geographical location. आप देख लीजिए मैप, if you look into the map,
चारों
तरफ से dry areas, एक तरफ desert भी है, Punjab is also contributing, Haryana is also contributing, river is also contributing, and even Iran, Iraq से भी dust हमारे ऊपर आ रहा है. Delhi, when it is a complete jungle, when something is coming, and if there is in a low pressure zone, what will happen?
So,
automatically attract.
yes.
So what is happening? आप बोलेंगे ये कैसे पॉसिबल है? नहीं पॉसिबल हो रहा है. क्या पॉसिबल है? कंक्रीट जंगल बहुत जल्दी गर्म भी हो जाता है, बहुत जल्दी ठंडा भी हो जाता है. जैसे ठंडा हो जाता है, प्रेशर ड्रॉप होता है. Once it gets here, pressure drop होता है, it get trapped. It is not able to come out of that situation. तो दिल्ली का pollution problem is PM 2.5. It get trapped, and polluted PM 2.5 cannot move on their own.
But what is PM 2.5?
Particulate matter are the fine particles of any kind of suspended impurities which are there in the air. They can be of, there are various terms used for it. It's PM 2.5, PM 10. PM 2.5 means the particle size having diameter less than 2.5 micrometer, and PM 10 means particle size having diameter less than 10 micrometer. They are of major concern, and they are the risky particles as compared to PM 10. But yes, PM 10 also poses various health discomforts to people.
Why do the citizens have to face such an unfortunate situation in the first place? The health discomforts caused to people have been broadly studied by various organizations, one of them being Center for Science and Environment, headed by Sunita Narayan. According to their report Body Burden 2015, air pollution is responsible for 10,000 to 30,000 deaths in Delhi annually and is also the fifth largest cause of death in the country. Even a mother's womb, which is supposedly the safest place, is not spared from the effects of Delhi's air pollution.
The effect on the lung is more studied in children or in adults who are exposed to bad air quality, who have allergic predisposition, or even without allergic predisposition also, they're more prone to respiratory allergies, chronic cough, also have asthma, increased risk of asthma and respiratory infections. So the quality of air has effect on our health. You're more prone to have respiratory allergies, you're more prone to have cancers, and also at the same time, the women who are pregnant have a fetus, baby inside the womb is very vulnerable to the air pollution, so the growth may be retarded and they may be born small.
Whenever there is a change in weather, the most common one is some kind of a respiratory disorder. Cough, cold, bronchitis. There are some children, who even have asthma.
The average particulate matter 10 level in kitchens is using biomass fuel that was 3 times higher than in those using cleaner fuels such as kerosene, liquefied petroleum gas, and biogas. Considering the fact that the women are most involved in this process, they are the ones most affected.
Get in chulas that are cheap so that they can cook without polluting the air.
Then there are a lot of slum clusters where millions of people live and they use wood and coal as their cooking medium.
अगला स्टेशन यमुना बैंक है। कृपया नोएडा जाने वाले यात्री यमुना बैंक स्टेशन पर उतरकर नोएडा जाने वाली गाड़ी की प्रतीक्षा करें।
हमें कैसे पोल्यूशन कंट्रोल होगा? One of the option is the reduction of emission. फैक्ट्री नहीं है कि फैक्ट्री बंद कर दिया आपने जाकर, थर्मल पावर को बंद नहीं कर सकते, पावर चाहिए आपको। कोई इंडस्ट्री विंटर में ऑपरेट करता है, समर में नहीं करता है, ऐसा भी नहीं है। तो समर का जितना एमिशन है विंटर का भी उतना एमिशन है, लेकिन विंटर में कंसंट्रेशन क्यों हाई है? बिकॉज इट इज नॉट एबल टू डिस्पर्स क्विकली बिकॉज देयर विल बी लो विंड pressure.
The vehicular or not only the transportation sector which is contributing to the pollution of Delhi, it's the industrial sector, it's the thermopower generation sector, it's open biomass burning as well as its construction.
All the polluting industry in Delhi, they've already shifted out long time back. There was a Supreme Court judgment in 96 when all the industries which are operating under obnoxious and hazardous category, those emitting smoke or fumes and other things, they were shunted out.
The city suffers from air pollution caused by road dust and industries, with comparatively smaller contributions from unclean engines in transportation, especially diesel-powered city buses and trucks, and two-wheelers and three-wheelers with stroke engines.
And I believe that about 50,000 trucks come into Delhi every night. And on record, they show that only about 22,000 have come in. And the rest of them are just written off because the cess that they pay is pocketed by the toll collectors, which is sad. Now, the Supreme Court had given an order that only those trucks which are bringing in foodstuffs or essential commodities to the capital should come into the capital. And this should not be like a bypass for other places. And unfortunately, because of this level of corruption that's there, they're allowed to come in, and that's actually a very, very big part of pollution.
The toll operator pocketed ₹1,000 and allowed the truck drivers to go. Here, he should have charged the driver ₹1,750. To their surprise, neither did he charge the MCD tax nor did he levy the green tax. The rate at the toll booth is fixed. Just pay ₹1,000 and the toll operator will let you go.
Odd and even.
Odd even.
So what is the odd-even formula? This rule would define which car you can drive on a particular date. On even dates such as 2nd, 4th, 6th and so on, Only cars with license plates ending with an even number will be allowed on city roads, and on odd dates, you can drive vehicles whose registration number ends with an odd digit.
Odd and even formula was put forward. I supported it.
I am in favor of odd even scheme, and it should continue.
I don't think that the formula by itself is such a great idea.
Odd even जो हुआ था 15 तारीख तक, आपने देखा कि सबने कितने लोगों ने पालन किया? ज्यादातर लोग ने पालन किया कि किसी ने तोड़ा? कितने लोग तोड़े?
90% पालन था, 10% 7 दिनों तक तोड़ा था।
और जिन लोगों ने नहीं पालन किया उनका कोई फाइन वाइन था?
दो 2,000 रुपए का था सर।
2,000 रुपए का फाइन था। अच्छा।
जी सर।
और आपको लगता है ऑड इवन के बाद प्रदूषण का लेवल कम हुआ था आपके हिसाब से? जब क्योंकि आप लोग खड़े रहते हैं ना, तो आपको पता रहेगा कि
देखो सर, सुनो।
हाँ।
कम तो हुआ ही था।
हाँ।
पर उससे ज्यादा ट्रैफिक में फायदा हुआ था।
हाँ, ट्रैफिक में ज्यादा फायदा हुआ।
अगर ट्रैफिक में कमी आएगी तो ऑब्वियसली पोल्यूशन भी कम होगा।
अच्छा।
Naturally, when discipline is there, inconvenience has to be there. So, as regards I've got 2 cars. So now today I am using only 1 car. The car came and it went back home because my wife, she had to go.
It needed more work, homework to be done. Maybe it's not been implemented the way it should have been implemented, and maybe it's not giving the correct index.
It may not show a significant difference in the pollution levels in these 15 days, but that doesn't mean it has not brought about change. This change may be 1%, 2%, 5% or whatever, but it has definitely made a change.
And the odd even rule might not be that effective. Yes, it has drastically reduced the traffic and it has made transportation very easy for the Delhiites and people living in the NCR region. But it won't benefit us environmentally in a very long-term method because it's 999 particles per million. It's a very, very high pollution rate.
A lot of these policies have been successful in other countries, but it's not viable in India.
That a man outside his house was selling fake number plates. If they return the number plate rate, he'll fine them 25 rupees.
Basically, I understand that the whole public transport thing is really good and a lot of people are using it, but that's also the problem. A lot of people are using it. In the peak times, if you go on the metro, there's barely enough space to actually breathe, let alone let another person get in and go to the place that they want to.
I'm a regular commuter, but it is not that much difficult for me to get a metro station on odd even days. Metro.
So it was convenient for you?
Yeah.
There was no rush and...
something like there, earlier there was some less rush because of odd even there was more rush. Yeah. So nothing more than that.
And do you support the odd even?
Yes.
You think it made a difference?
Yeah, sure. Obviously, traffic is becoming less. Diesel vehicles are less, so obviously it will help to improve pollution.
So what went wrong? The government's implementation or the citizens' civic sense?
See, every government likes to pat themselves on the back and say we did a commendable job. But figures speak otherwise.
If I tell you that, this is our problem, what do you think we should do? So then we are stakeholders, you as well as me, and we together say that, okay, these are the steps we can take.
Somebody has to be very dedicated to make sure. I mean, I'm not speaking of the Aam Aadmi Party because, they came in with a lot of hype, but I'm not too sure how good they are.
And they actually, Arvind Kejriwal is not actually addressing how grave this solution is and is giving flowers to the people who are breaking this rule. This is not Valentine's Day.
And what did the government officials have to say? Nothing.
रिकॉर्ड तो नहीं करना?
नहीं, रिकॉर्ड नहीं करना। नहीं, रिकॉर्ड नहीं करना।
रिकॉर्डिंग भी तो कर रहे हो आप अब?
नहीं, रिकॉर्डिंग नहीं, मतलब लिख रहा हूँ मैं। मुझे पॉइंटर्स लिख रहा हूँ।
अच्छा, लिख रहे हो?
सरकार जो है कुछ कर रही है?
नहीं सर।
नहीं ना?
कुछ नहीं करता सर।
So we don't know for sure. It could be propaganda. It could really be a very, it could really be a very grave problem, and we don't know right now. So it's better to stay cautious and actually, take precautions on your own end.
What precaution can one take except put on those masks, which I really haven't done?
At least be aware that this is a problem and we all need to tackle it. We all need to contribute towards it, even with the if we have some inconvenience, we have to face.
There's nothing wrong going outdoors. On the contrary, I feel that it would increase their immune system to be outdoors.
People feel that if they put a air cleaner in the room somewhere in the corner and they feel comfortable. No, it is not. It is not helping.
So what could help? Well, the people of Delhi have their own outlook on this.
You can only improve upon the quality of engines so that lesser emission is there, or you can totally curb the ban on diesel vehicles.
We should be using bicycles wherever we can.
I saw the Car Free Tuesday boards and banners, so me and my brother, both of us, we decided to follow it for some days and see if it actually works. Half of the cones were just run down by cars. All of them were like scattered haphazardly. The cars were just running the way they wanted to, and cyclists had even more of a problem than before, because it's like we follow the rules and then we have to suffer because we have to inhale that car gas now.
This is also a suggestion for the government. Like if we focus more on vehicular pollution and see that public transport is a way out, we see that DTDC buses are running parallel to the metro, so they're kind of giving competition. So it's not very ideal in this situation.
Neither can we stop driving our cars, nor can we stop cooking. Neither can we stop the forces of nature, nor can the industries stop functioning. So are we to think that we're in a position where we will have to compromise on one to achieve the other? Maybe what we need is to strike a balance between the two. Sometimes the oddest solution is the best way to get even.